this is my ingredient layout. I'm stuck with these zucchinis that look just not so amazing. So I have this recipe with zucchini bread. Got it on Pinterest. I've made this in the past. It's not what you think it is if you aren't into more health food, even with vegetables, because you cannot tell there's zucchini in this. So if you're trying to feed your kids or hide veggies, this is a really actually good recipe. I've given it to my kids multiple times. They have no idea that there's vegetables in it. Here's the list of ingredients, which I have nicely set up here. And let me see. This is all my instructions. And even though I've made this before, I have no idea when it comes to baking. First step, grease the pan. Use a little, I don't know, what do they call for? 9x5. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then, okay, you do your dry ingredients first. Oh, in the beginning of the video, I showed you preheat the oven. Let's do the dry in this because then you add it. I think that's how we did it. Okay. So, dry ingredients. Flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and our salt. Okay, so now let's get it was 1 cup of flour. Do people leave these on the rings or do we always take them off? I never know if you're supposed to just separate that and throw that away or if you keep them all together. All right, let's do 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of flour. Move this guy out of the way. Then we need to do 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Whenever I read the directions, I can read. Guys, I can read, but it's like it takes me a minute to process what it's saying. Okay, so because I don't want to put the wrong measurement in it, and then you just ruin the whole recipe. So I just double read it and just get all the information before I do it. 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Yes. I've read that 3 times now. Okay, teaspoon of baking salt. Or no, baking soda. A teaspoon. Not a tablespoon. Okay. Nope. Oh, nope. Okay. There we go. Teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This calls for sea salt, but I usually have Himalayan, but I just have, actually I do, but it's the grinding kind, so we'll just do regular salt. It can't be that serious. My spoon doesn't fit in there. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now whisk it together. All right, whisking. The first time I made this, actually, I don't think, maybe it was my cookie recipe. I try to bake, but like I said, I'm not a baker. I love to make stuff, from scratch, regular food, but sweets and stuff, it's such a precise, everything is so precise. You have to be accurate, and I'm more of a throw everything in the pot kind of person and see how it turns out. But one time, I think it was actually chocolate chip cookies. I made chocolate chip cookies, and I did not combine, like I didn't do this step right. And all you could taste was like pockets of flour and then a specific pocket of salt. And that was just not my best work. Okay, so we're gonna do the wet ingredients. Yeah, see, oh good, I did do that right. Even though it says it, I was guessing about it because see, I didn't process that. So it said in a medium bowl because then you combined into the big bowl. So in the large bowl, you add the eggs, melted butter, which I'm gonna have to heat this up. That did not melt in the time it took me to get ready. Eggs, butter. See, this is where I stopped talking because I have to process. Eggs, butter, oil. Oh, vanilla, and the brown sugar goes in this one too. That's right. Also, it's about to call for the zucchini, which I haven't done that part yet, so I'll do that next. So we're gonna do the eggs, which was 2 eggs. Okay. 2 eggs. We'll just use this. Melted butter, I'll do that in a second. Vanilla, what do we need for vanilla? No, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Teaspoon, yes. Okay. And now what is the 3/4? Oh, my 1/4 is right here. Okay, let me melt the butter and come back and we'll do the rest of the wet ingredients. Quick update, I have to remeasure my butter. I put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and it exploded. I'm not going to show you that, but this is why you buy boxed items that are already made for you. This did not work out well. Okay, so now after this, I have to clean my entire microwave. So that will be fun. Butter, not melted. This is all I got. Butter. Let's do the brown sugar because I found another 1/4. Let's do the brown sugar. And then I'll put the oil in that same container. Let's put this in there too, actually. Oh my gosh. Okay. I guess it's kind of still melted from how hot this was in the microwave. Oh, all right. Also, we need to do the brown sugar. And then you have to even it off, but not, yeah, you just pack it lightly. So kind of like that. Dump that in. We're gonna do our vegetable oil, which is also 1/4. It says you can use coconut oil, which we have coconut oil, but after that butter, that's a no. We'll just not melt anything else, ever. Okay, so that was the butter, oil, vanilla, and brown sugar. And then you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna whisk all this together into like it almost looks like a paste. And it also says you'll have a few brown sugar clumps. That's fine. This is too big though. I've always wanted to be like better at baking. I guess that's why I still try it, but I always want to bake bread, or like I saw this recipe for lavender lemon bread and stuff, because I have like lavender that I do cook with and stuff, make syrups. But I don't know. I feel like it always takes me, like when it takes a regular person who's good at it 20 minutes to prepare it, it takes me twice as long. So I guess it just discourages me. All right, there's still a few little clumps in there. We need to do the 1 1/2 cups of shredded zucchini. I'm actually standing in melted butter right now, but we're gonna move on. Let's cut these. I don't think I need this stuff anymore. Right there. Okay, let's get these trimmed from where it was. Also, my husband actually hates this setup, so every time I cook or bake or do anything in the kitchen, I never clear any room, and then I just work on top of like trash and eggshells and in this setting, which could be way different, but let's just continue. We're gonna cut off, it's actually not a bad piece. This one's really good. We're gonna wash it. And we're gonna put that over here. Some of this parts just feel like a little soft. I'm sure, just like with bananas, you know, when you use your bananas for banana bread, I'm pretty sure that pertains to this, but we'll just get rid of that little end. See, it's just like a little softer than I want it to be, but it doesn't really even look bad. All right, one more. This part's a little soft. Okay. Now we'll get rid of this part. We're gonna grind up. It says shredded 1 1/2 cups. I just recently got one of these shredders over, I don't know, I guess it's been maybe going on a year now. I bought one on Amazon for like $20, and maybe it's just one of those mindsets, but I don't know how I ever cut my vegetables or shredded. I was able to like make potato chips. I made homemade potato chips because it comes with like, I'm sure this is old news for everybody because probably most people have invested in one of these, but I was able to make like potato chips. Oh no, this is not the shredder. This is the, see, this is the slicer. Now I have, all right, hang on, I gotta get the right attachment. All right, well that was a fail. It can be fixed though. Let's fix this. We're gonna put this stuff out on the cutting board because you don't want like giant chunks like that, because then they're gonna know, they'll know that there's zucchini in it. Okay, well while I was talking this up, that's wrong. This is the one you want. It's got the little, yikes. All right, well, we'll hand cut up that other stuff. I don't even know what I was saying now. There's the shredder. Okay, so you want it to be like this. When you get close to the ends, this will cut your whole hand off. No joke. So you have to put it on this thing, comes with it. That's what I was talking about, was the slicer. And just how awesome this is. It's even better when you use the right attachment. It's definitely, you get a workout though. You get a workout from this. Okay, so let me show you. That's what it actually is supposed to be. Maybe I'll just leave this to cook up. This actually could be like no one in my house eats that except for me, and so that could actually be for my dinner, and I don't have to mess with it. This is probably going to be more than enough. It needs to be, actually I could just eat that for lunch. It's only, what time is it? It's only 11 o'clock. Okay. It's kind of messy, or maybe people do this in a different way. Let's see how, but your arm will be burning. Okay, put this guy's in there. Let's see, how much do we have? Where's my measure? Wait, what do we add this to? Okay, stir the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and then stir in the shredded zucchini. Okay, so let's measure this. I just put all my stuff in the sink. This is about a cup. A cup is a handful, right? And then it's at a cup and a half. Correct? Yeah, so this is about 1.5 cups. That's perfect. I still have this left, which I'll add to this. So I guess that mess up wasn't terrible. We'll put that in there. Let's mix these two together. Stir the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. Don't overmix. Okay. I feel like I need a different, I don't have like a different spoon. Hang on. Okay, we'll try this one. All right. I don't think I'll need that anymore. So we're gonna stir in the dry ingredients to the wet. Let's combine this. Okay. The last thing we're going to add is chocolate chips, which I don't know about your household, but I put these in my vegetable drawer and to hide them, because then I have chocolate chips for, say, this occasion or for my own snacking purposes. So that's a good tip. Put your chocolate chips in your vegetable drawer. Let's just, this is another thing I come across when I bake is okay, so when you get to this step, you have to be like patient and kind of get it all worked in, and I just want to like skip this part. I just want to skip this part. But then when you bake, this is what I do love about it, is when you do bake, and you get all of this work done, and you explode butter, and there's zucchini hanging off your counter. Then the bread comes out, and you watch everybody eat it, and you're like, man, that was so worth it. Or you eat it, and you're like, okay, I get it. I get it. Same thing, I feel that way when I cook. Like when I cook a good dinner, and everyone's like, wow, it was really good. What'd you do? And I'm like, oh, I just put a bunch of stuff together I thought would be good. Okay, this also gives you an arm workout. Okay, don't overmix, so whatever, that's done. Now we're gonna add the zucchini. Zucchini goes in. I know this looks scary. Anybody who's like, zucchini bread, that's not for me. I'm telling you, this like melts into the recipe. My husband swears he can tell there's zucchini in it, but he doesn't like vegetables, so I don't know. I feel like he's just plotting against me on that anyway. Plus, he knew going in there was zucchini, so of course you know there's zucchini in it, and you don't like it. Okay. Then you add 3/4 a cup of chocolate chips. Let's do mini and, oh, I got rid of my thing. Okay. Let's do the rest of these, which are just bigger ones. Oh, no. Hang on. So see, in the ingredients, it says 1 cup. Oh, well, that will work too. So it's 1 cup of chocolate chips, because you do 3/4 in the recipe and then you put the rest on top. So we'll get rid of these. 1, 2. Is this perfect? Oh my gosh, it was exactly 3/4. Okay, we'll put a few in there because we don't want to be shy on these. Zucchini can be shy, but not these. There's a little space there. Okay, and then you'll do, I'm just going to measure that. Look how cute these are. They're so tiny. Whoops. Okay, so we'll put that aside, because now you mix all of this in. Okay, this looks like cake brownie batter. You cannot see the zucchini in it. Some of you will say you can see the zucchini in it, but you cannot. Okay, so then we're gonna put this in the mixing, or from the mixing bowl into the pan. Alrighty, that looks actually really combined well. Okay. Gonna put that in there. All right, that can go there. We're gonna just use my fingers. It's my family eating this, so no one cares, right? We all have the same germs. Then you're gonna shake it out. I can't remember who told me this in my lifetime. Maybe somebody can comment about this. When you slam your pan on the counter like that, the air bubbles come out. Is this one of those things like that got taught when you were little and it's not even accurate, like you can't have the car light on while you're driving type scenario? Does this really release the air? And is that even important? But I swear I do that with brownie mix, cake mix, casseroles, like anything I make, I have to slam the pan on the counter before I do anything else. Okay, so that's been slammed multiple times. You can either include that step or not. And then you're gonna put your chocolate chips on top. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. And see how this would distract kids? And don't get me wrong, it's full of chocolate. It's not the healthiest recipe, but at least you know, my kids eat nothing, so at least you know at the end of the day, like, you win, I win. They don't have any idea. So this is what it will look like. And then you put it in the oven for 50 to 60 minutes until a toothpick inserted in the center of the bread comes out mostly clean, because the chips will melt, so that could be the, like, still, I think I do around 50, I think I put my timer at 50 minutes these last couple times I've made it. Check it, and then I can add additional time, so don't just, like, overdo the time. But we're gonna pop this in the oven, which is right behind me here, and I've already had it preheating. And we're gonna put that in there. And we're gonna let it bake, and I'll show you when it's all done. I have this recipe. First step, we're gonna have to grease the